Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who taught me this truth and rule well. And I would say shalom to Akim and Akwat out there pursuing this truth diligently. Coming at you once again with another lesson. This one's titled IUIC, Scandal Mongers and Slander Specialists. Okay? Once again, IUIC, Scandal Mongers and Slander Specialists. And this is the lesson that's coming at you, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemiao Shai. And this is something that came to me. I was just thinking about it because it's something that the elder apostle Ramalab, of course from GMS, mentioned. I was watching his latest video. Well, not his latest video. I think it was actually one of his latest videos, I should say, right? Because he has quite a few other ones. It's from one day ago, but one of his latest videos called "A Perverse Spirit." Okay, and in this lesson that he was making, he mentioned something, a title for a lesson, and I said, I'm gonna go ahead and Spirit was on me to do it. Okay, now as I've mentioned before, I'm not in GMS, but I'm part of that congregation. I'm not in the camp, but I follow what they teach. I follow the elders and apostles. I believe them to be the ones that are actually teaching this accurately, and I don't fuck around with any of these other wacko camps, man. We say wacko camps, all right, not as slander, but because they're teaching wrong things. All right, they're teaching things that are completely heretical and off. All right, they're teaching you can have sex on the Sabbath. They're teaching you that the mark of the beast is not sin. They're teaching you all sorts of bugged out wickedness, all right, that should not be happening. So when we come at them, all right, and we, not meaning GMS, but we as in the brothers in this truth that are teaching the right thing, all right, and GMS of course, because they are brothers that are in the truth that are teaching the right thing, and the affiliates. When we come at them, it's not as slander, as just to tarnish their reputation, just to do them hurt. The reason we come at them is for rebuke, all right, for edification, for exhortation, all right, for the flock, all right, of the nation of Israel, most notably the elect, all right, of the nation of Israel. Okay, you can't have something going out there, teaching that the mark of the beast is sin, when it's not. All right, it doesn't make sense. We've done it time and time again. All right, you can prove that the mark of the beast is not sin. Because if mark of the beast was sin, we've all taken it, we're all fucked, right? But the mark of the beast goes back to the word karagma, which goes back to a root word karax, which is talking about an engraving thing, an engraved mark, an etching, if you will. Almost as if you want it, like I believe one of the only other times it's mentioned in the Bible, that word karax is speaking of a carving into stone, like chiseling into stone. Okay. It's something that's carved. It's not a spiritual mark. All right. It's not sin. It's not sleeping with a white woman. It's not an embargo. All right. What else? It's not a Sunday worship. All right. It's none of those things. The mark of the beast is the RFID chip. All right. And that's not what the topic of the lesson is about today, but that I'm explaining the reason, when brothers in this truth come after IUIC, it isn't because of, a fucking reputation, or it's not because, you're making us look bad or whatever. It's not about that. The reason we go after IUIC, the reason we go after Sakari, the reason we go after GOCC, the reason is the same reason we go after Geno Jennings, man. Okay? And he's not even a Hebrew Israelite. All right? Well, I mean, he's an Israelite more than likely, but he's not a so-called, in a camp teaching and being a Hebrew Israelite, right? So it's the same reason, because you're teaching some off shit, okay? It's some bullshit. It's not factual. It's not biblical. It's not accurate. All right, you're just spurting shit out your mouth. You're fucking a diarrhea fountain of bullshit. All right, that's coming out your mouth. And for the flock's sake, all right, and for Yahweh Shemiao Shai's will, because we have to do the will of the Father, all right, and can't reach the Father but through the Son, Yahweh Shemiao Shai. We have to go and tell, let the flock know that, hey, this is some bullshit. Don't listen to it. It's a lie. All right, these guys are liars. They took the bag. All right, that's not slander. Oh, what? That's slander. It's not slander. We're stating a fact. Okay. Now, if we went and said something along the lines of, they want to, they took the bag so they can go and do, some nefarious act. all right, then that could be considered slander and false witness unless we had 100% accurate proof that that was in fact happening within the camp. Okay, we couldn't say, you know, that you guys are a bunch of adulterers unless, you know, information came out that there was a bunch of adultery happening in the camp. All right, as there seems to be happening. Okay, we can't just say, oh, those fucking adulterers without knowing anything, you know. But that's what you do. Okay, so you try to mark us and what's the word? You try to mark us and call us guilty of an offense that we have not committed. Okay, so that's slander, man. That's some wicked shit. So let's go ahead and play this video. And this is the video by GMSinfo.channel 12. This is Elder Apostle Ramalov. All right, a Ramalov. And in this, he mentions a title for a lesson, all right, that I incorporated into my title. All right, so, you know, and if you're watching, Apostle Barakati Yahweh Shemiao Shai, Yahweh Shemiao Shai Barakatam, and all the elders, apostles, and brothers of Great Millstone, and anybody else that's, you know, following after Great Millstone and teaching the right thing and doing the right thing, right? So let's go ahead and play this real quick, and you'll hear it if it'll load. You'll hear the apostle speak. So here you go. It's roughly around this point. So here you go.
So Rakayal, matter of fact, let's go back to that. Rakayal, slanderer, slanderer, talebearer, informer, right? Informer, you know, talebearer, right? And the talebearer is someone that's out there telling your business, and pretty much what the business that they're telling is not true.
AKA what IUIC does.
It's bullshit. Right, a scandal monger, which is what? A seller of scandals, and that's what they are. They're scandal mongers. IUIC are scandal mongers. That's a title for a lesson right there if anybody wants.
There you go.
IUIC are a bunch of scandal mongers. They selling scandals.
Yep.
You know, because they know, and that's what Nate did when he was out in Jamaica, I believe it was, and the brother approached him, and, you know, I think the brother was asking him about the MOTB. And then Nate said, hey, well, you guys are a bunch of grapists, you know, and the people, you know, and they got irate because they play on these stupid people's emotions. That's what they said it, because they know that that's going to frazzle the people's brains to where they're not going to want to hear anything else. So that's a slander, man. You guys are scandal mongers. All right? Bunch of scandal mongers.
Yep. Scandal mongers and slander specialists. Okay? Let's see if he has anything else to say. I think that's...
So let's go back to that. They're all grievous revolters.
Yeah. So that was it. So, you know, that came from the you know, I believe it was in Jeremiah 6:28 when he was actually going and getting the Strongs. Okay? I think that was the one. Let me see which one it was. He got it from might have been Matthew 5:22. I'm not sure exactly where it was from, but you see it. A scandal monger, okay, and slander. So a scandal monger. That's what these people are. They are scandal mongers, okay, and slander specialists. Okay, we're gonna get some words here. I added slander specialist onto it because that's what they specialize in, is slander. And you know, taking continuing on what Apostle Ramla was saying is, you know, that's what they do. They're scandal mongers, man. And like he was mentioning, you know, that account of Bishop Nathaniel. Oh, they're grapists. They're grapists. That's exactly the type of shit that IUIC does, man. Because they have nothing spiritual to bring to the table. Okay, you're not gonna get anything over at IUIC but destroyed. You're not gonna get the name. They're not gonna tell you the name is Yahweh Shemiao Shai, not unless Bishop Nathaniel's on his deathbed. All right, and if you all remember that, all right, when he was getting real sick, then he called on the name. But any other time, Most High in Christ blessed. Most High in Christ, Most High. That's cool. That's a title. The Most High. We use the Most High too. That's great. But the Most High is a title. Okay, the Most High. He is the highest. Who? He is who? Who is he? Who belongs to the title of Most High? Does he have a name? He does have a name. Okay? What is his name? What is his name and what is his father's name if thou canst tell? Is that how it goes? Let me see. I always mess that one up, unfortunately. What is his name? and what is his son's name? Salaki, I always get it from the wrong perspective. Proverbs 30:4. Who hath ascended up into heaven or descended? Nate, right? Who hath gathered the wind in his fists? Who hath bound the waters in a garment? Who hath established all the ends of the earth? Come on, Nate. What is his name? And what is his son's name? If thou canst tell. His name isn't God. God's a title. All right? His name isn't Most High. That's a title. Okay? And the name ain't Christ. Christ isn't a Hebrew term. You must be referring to Hamashiach. All right? But Christ can be falsely attributed to demonic idol worship. All right? Going back to Baal, if I'm correct. Correct me if I'm wrong, brothers. But so where's the name coming out? You're not going to get the name from IUIC. So what are you going to get? Some edification? That's cool. You're going to understand, you're going to get what, you're going to know what the mark of the beast is, though, right? Oh, no, they're not going to give you that either. So what are they going to give you? They're going to give you some slander. They're going to give you some controversies. They're going to give you, all these GMS, these grapists, That's what they're going to give you. All right? And you're going to sit there with your simple ass, with your snapback hat on, going, oh, yeah, fuck them up. Fuck them up, elder, fuck them up. That's what you're going to do. Because you're a simpleton, man. You're a fucking simpleton. Let's go and get that word, simpleton. You're a simpleton, all right? A foolish or gullible person, and that's what a lot of jakes are. They're a bunch of fucking simpletons, man. You feed them something, and they digest it and eat it, and yum, yum, yum. They swallow it all down, because you're a bunch of fucking simpletons, man. All those followers of IUIC are really just a bunch of fucking simpletons, all right? And we're not gonna bash all of them, because some of them are truly sincere, and they're really just searching for the word, all right? And hey, Lord willing, may Yahweh Shai Shai bring those sincere brothers out of that and into the actual, the truth that we're involved in, the real truth, right? In this congregation and actually learn, because you're not going to learn over at IUIC. IUIC is not a learning camp, all right? It's a slander monger. No, it's a scandal monger and slander specialist camp. Okay, they spend more of their time just bitching about GMS, or how, or something that just anything to put other people down to make them look better. Okay, and I already know these people are gonna, isn't that what GMS does? Isn't that what all you followers of GMS do? No, the only time we don't just needlessly get on any of these camps, all right, or any brother, individual, or person that just for no reason, unless they're doing something that's wrong, all right. The whole point of the matter, all right, right here, 2 Timothy 4:2 was a commandment that was given, right? Preach the word, be instant in season, out of season. Out of season. Let me start over. 2 Timothy 4:2. Preach the word, be instant in season, out of season. Reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. So let's go. What's reprove mean? All right, boom. What is reprove? It means to what? To reprimand or censor someone. All right, to rebuke or to reproach, to scold. All right, but really, reproof in the Bible is, right? It says it can be to dispute, judge, chasten, argue, correct, or prove. All right, and it's really we do it out of love for correction. All right. Because you don't want to have someone thinking the wrong thing and then they end up getting destroyed. We do it out of love. We reprove and rebuke people, not because we just want to fucking punch their face in. All right, no, it ain't because of that. All right, we do it because you need to have the right information, or else you'll be destroyed. We don't want anybody to get destroyed. Even the Lord doesn't want anybody to be destroyed. But it's just something that has to happen, and we understand it. All right, and the wicked Edomites, yeah, of course, we want them to be destroyed. But the Israelites, we'd rather have them wake up than be destroyed, right? If you gave us a choice, all right, if you take Bishop Nate and you said, would you rather have Bishop Nate be destroyed and crumbled into a pile of dust right here, or would you rather have him put all this bullshit behind him and wake up and start teaching the true truth again, like back when he was at One West? Which one would you choose? Well, every single one of us, all right, that are followers of GMS and those brothers and GMS, I think I can speak on behalf of them for this thing at least, would all choose that Bishop Nathaniel would wake up and go back into teaching the right thing. No one would choose for him to just be turned into dust. We'd much rather have him come back into the truth, all right, and just put all the fucking bag behind him and all the wickedness behind him and repent and be doing good again. There's not a single brother in their right mind that would choose destroy instead of, have them come back into this truth, into this ministry, and become a decent and well-rounded elder again, right? No one would choose destruction over that, right? But we don't have that choice. We don't have that option before us. Okay, so the only thing we can do is reprove and rebuke and exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. Say, hey, Nate, you're going off. Stop leading your congregation astray. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Stop doing that, right? That's all we can do. We can't force him, all right? He's not a puppet. We can't go behind and pull the strings and make him do what he does, all right? We're not the Lord. We can't change him, all right? Only thing we can do is correct him. So if anybody in this truth hears it, they'll hear, they have a chance of hearing us and saying, oh, shit, yeah, those guys were saying something wrong. I sure am glad that these guys over here told me the right thing to do, and they proved it with Bible scriptures, right? But IUIC doesn't do that, all right? They teach from time to time, and they do teach, all right? But a lot of the time, it's some whacked out breakdown that doesn't even make sense. Some sorry ass breakdown, all right? That's not even a breakdown to begin with. Like that sorry ass Mark of the Beast broke down that he did a while back ago. That was some sorry ass shit, Nate. All right, that's some sorry ass shit. That was an embarrassment, man. That was an embarrassment. Okay, that was an absolute embarrassment that younger brothers in this truth. And I'm not bigging myself up by any means, but I'm a younger brother in this truth, and I even know it wasn't that. That's an absolute fucking embarrassment. You should be embarrassed. You should really be embarrassed. Okay, there's brothers that have been in this truth for 1 year and know better than that. Okay, I'm sure. If they're learning by GMS, you learn pretty quickly. All right, now it's a lifetime of learning, but you learn certain things. There's certain things you got to know pretty quick when you get in this truth. You got to know the name of the Father and the Son. You got to know how to repent, and you got to know the mark of the beast, right? And I might be missing something, but those are three of the main big ones. All right, with the Father and Son's name being the most important, because you can't start anywhere. You can't even pray without the Father and the Son's name. So the Father and Son's name being the most important, right? But hey, man, they don't teach you one of the biggest, most important things in this truth. They don't teach you over there. They teach you it's most high in Christ blessed. They're still on that Jesus shit, man. All right, they just basically took. That's basically what they've done. Christ. When you look up Christ, when I look up Christ, who am I gonna get a picture of? Am I gonna get a picture of who we talk about? No. Well, they have this as a Lil Nas X, bullshit now. But when you skip down, when you see Christ, who do you see? All right, now they're putting more melanated versions with all this Lil Nas X, which is some absolute wicked shit that I haven't heard of, but wow. But this is who you see when you look up Christ, okay? A white man, all right? An Edomite, leprous, pale-skinned demon, okay? But let's on the other hand, let's look up Yahweh. Let's look up Yahweh, okay? Okay. Now let's look up Yahweh Shai. All right. I'm not seeing any white men here. I'm not seeing any pale-skinned leper serpent demons crawling around on this picture board right here. I'm not seeing any of them. Okay? So why are you going to use the term Christ when it's been associated with Esau's supremacy? Because you need that to get that 501c3. And again, I'm not going to go and do it again, but we've went and proved you can look up 501c3 organizations, and lo and behold, when you do it, who pops up? IUIC. You can't say we're slandering you. You're slandering. We're not slandering you. Okay, first of all, let's go and get that word. Okay, but we're doing it again. 2 Timothy 4:2, preach the word, be instant in season, out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. And doctrine, we do it through doctrine. Okay, through doctrine. Let's go and get this in the Good News Translation. I'm curious what it has to say. It says to preach the message, to insist upon proclaiming it, whether the time is right or not, to convince, reproach, and encourage, as you teach with all patience. Okay? So, there you go. So, and reprove, rebuke. What is exhort? We mentioned exhortation. What is exhort? All right? What is exhort? All right? To encourage, all right? To persuade, all right? To put pressure on, all right? Put pressure on through, doing the right thing. All right, rebuke, reprove, right? Correct, chastisement, right? That's what we're supposed to be doing, all right? So again, but a lot of you over there are just a bunch of simpletons, foolish and gullible people that don't do the work. They don't look, they don't check, they don't read Bible scriptures a lot of the time. They must not, okay? They must not. I'm not saying that 100% you don't read Bibles. I'm not talking about the camp leaders and stuff, because they'll read the Bible on the videos and the stuff that they make. I'm talking about the people that are watching them. They must not read their Bibles. Are you not fact checking? What are you doing? Because here's the thing: when GMS says something, they back it up with a Bible, and you can see through the scriptures that's what's being said. All right, they're not trying to add no bullshit, right? But if you're listening to stuff that IUIC does, either one, you're severely underlearned, all right, or the Spirit's not dealing with you somehow, or you're just not reading your Bible. Okay, you're not reading the scriptures. You're not really listening to the scriptures. All right, you're hearing, but you're not perceiving. All right, you're seeing, you're hearing, but you're not. You hear, but you don't comprehend. Right, you're hearing, but you're not comprehending. All right, you're hearing. Yeah, you can hear all that, but it means a bunch of nothing. It's a bunch of mumbling. Okay, because you don't really understand it. You don't really perceive it. Okay, it might as well be Simlish. You know that game, The Sims? Because you don't understand it. You can hear it, but you don't understand what the fuck's being said. All right, but it's the same way. You're not going to understand the scriptures when the Spirit's not dealing with you, or you're in the state that you're in. You're not really listening. You're not truly thinking. You're just sitting there. I'm doing a good thing. You're in that Christian church mindset, man. Sitting there thinking, oh, yep, yep, this is great. Yep, this is good. And then you go back to being, you must go back to, like, I don't know if it's like the Christians, and you go back to being a wicked ass ninja right after. Well, that was great. As you light up a cigarette and a blunt and walk out, oh, Larry was a real fucker today. After, hypocrisy, man. So there you go. Anyway, let's continue on. So getting back into this word, because we got to go and get the scandal monger. Okay, well, first of all, let's go to the etymology online, because we got to get some words. What is a scandal? Okay, a scandal. Oh, shit. 1580s, damage to one's reputation. That's what they're actively trying to do. They're trying to damage GMS reputation. They're trying to make them seem like a bunch of edophiles, all right, and put a P on that. They're trying to make them seem like a bunch of grapists, all right, put an R on that. All right, and they're trying to make our camp leaders look at like they're wicked or something, When most of the stuff that you're using, most of the breakdowns that you're using, and most of the stuff you're using comes from GMS or One West in general, and you're trying to demonize it. Okay, you're trying to demonize it. It's not just a pick and choose, man. Not just a pick and choose. All right. So, and a lot of the stuff they teach about originally either came from Apostle Har or going back to One West, and which, IUIC is a One West camp as well, but they take it and then they just bend it into something that it's not, into something that it's not. So 1580s, damage to one's reputation. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to tarnish and damage GMS's reputation, because I'm not going to, put anything out there that bear false witness, but I can only imagine it's because it's hurting them in some way. Okay, I can only imagine it's because it's hurting them in some way. Okay, and I could be wrong, but that's my assumption. All right, I'm not going to bear false witness and say that's 100% the reason, but it must be causing them some type of harm if they're so focused with trying to damage GMS's reputation. All right, that's all I can say. It says to cause for offense, stumbling block, or temptation. All right, you're trying to lay a stumbling block upon the heads of GMS and the brothers and the followers. All right, and the affiliates. Okay. You're all of us that follow after GMS and us that follow after. You're trying to, start a scandal with us. Okay? You're trying to make it seem like we touch children or something. And none of us have done that. So why are you putting that on us? Why are you putting that on us? It's because you're trying to start a fucking scandal, because that's how your whole congregation is ran by scandals and slander and fucking looks, looks and theatrics, man. That's all it is with fucking IUIC. It's theatrics, scandals, and controversies, and slander. That's 99% of what that camp makes up, is just coming in, riding on a big-ass fucking horse, all right, with some Power Rangers looking garment, all right, that's way over the board extravagant, all right, when, you're making fun of something biblical. I'm not making fun of something biblically. Biblically, people were teaching in sackcloth. You know what sackcloth is? Let's go and look up sackcloth. I don't see you wearing sackcloth, all right? This is sackcloth, a very, very itchy and uncomfortable material, all right? It's also known as potato sack, all right? Sackcloth, Okay, and GMS, a lot of time with the garments they use cotton, which is fine as well, but they're not, they have, the pauldrons and all this type stuff. They got borderline fucking pauldrons and they got a giant giant belt, all right, and they got bracers, all right. They got giant bracers and pauldrons. What are you coming, man? You coming to teach the truth, or you coming to fight a fucking dragon, man? Which one is it? Which one is it? Jeez. It's theatrics, man. They come out, boom, 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 boom. Might as well have a fucking horn, right? Someone that comes on, hear ye, now introducing IUIC. Yes, everybody, hello, it is I, Bishop Nathaniel. You might as well just go and do that shit, man. Have there's a long purple carpet rolls out. That's what you're all about, man. You're about fucking theatrics. It's not about theatrics, it's about the truth. This truth, believe it or not, is about the truth. Not theatrics, not fucking scandals, not fucking slander, none of that shit, man. It's about truth. Who would have guessed the truth was about truth? Oh, no shit, Sherlock. Damn, man. And everybody sees that thing and they say, oh, these must be the people of the Lord. Look at them. Look at that carpet roll out. Look at that giant pauldron. Oh my gosh, look at the 7 horses and it's 7 p.m. Oh, and there's 7 of them. And get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here. It's ridiculous. Either come for the truth or just don't fucking come at all. Just leave, right? Go and fucking be the next Cirque du Soleil or something, It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Okay, scandalized, to make a public scandal of, and that's what they like to do. That's IUIC, man. They can sum up everything they do right there in one word, one jumble. That's what they are. They're just a bunch of, you're mad, man. They're mad that the truth is coming out, really. They must be. They must be. Because they don't come at us with anything else, all right? The brothers and the brothers that are following GMS, and those brothers and elders and apostles in GMS, they always come at us with you and your followers are just a bunch of edophiles. What are you gonna rebuke a teaching? You're gonna say anything else, or it's always that one fucking thing, man. It's all edophile. Something new, man. Come on, that one's overused. You got anything else you can throw? Give us something new, man. I don't know. Something. And don't. I'm just fucking around, but it's ridiculous. And they always throw that around, and we never said once that you should go and get, with a little girl. First of all, unless they're of okay, well, I'm gonna explain. Okay? Firstly, okay, there are things that, there's a right now, let's go and get that. All things edify not. All right, there's 1 Corinthians 10 and 23. It says, all things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but all things edify not. And when, Elder Apostle Dahar and the apostles and elders and brothers of Great Millstone and affiliates teach about, how things were biblically, that's where they get this assumption that we're, ediphiles. And that's not the case, okay? That's not the case. All right, now, biblically, where they got this whole edophile thing is from teaching that biblically, all right, girls, right, became women around the age of, 12, 13, 14. And men became men around 12, 13, 14. All right. Now, biblically, listen close. Biblically, that's when they would be married. All right. What is marriage? The act of laying with that woman. All right. And they are now a woman. Okay. So, and you can prove this. I went to ChatGPT and ChatGPT isn't affiliated with GMS. All I said with, what age would women be married in ancient Israel? It says in ancient Israel, the age at which women were typically married varied depending on factors such as social status, economic circumstances, and cultural norms. Generally, it was common for girls to be married off shortly after reaching puberty, which could be around the age of 12 or 13. Marriage was often arranged by the parents or guardians, all right, because you would have to give a dowry and all those things, right? And also, when you would go into that woman, all right, there would have to be a rag laid down, a piece of fabric laid down. The blood would come out on, and it would be held as a token of saying, look, you can't say she wasn't a virgin, and you can't say that that you weren't married, right? And the groom could be considered, and and the groom could be considerably older than the bride. Okay? However, it's essential to note that practices might have differed among different communities and time periods within ancient Israel. And they're just saying that to cover ass. But right there, 12 or 13, all right, after they reach puberty. Now you got to think about biblically. Get your Babylonianized mind out of here. What happens when a man or woman reaches puberty? What happens? Women are now producing eggs and they can now get pregnant. Now, are you saying that the Most High messed up? Because if a woman can get pregnant at that age, that must mean that historically, that's around the time that they should be doing it. Did you know that women are most fertile at that age? Did you know that? Okay? Did you know that? Did you know that men's sperm counts are probably higher at that age? All right? Did you know that? Did you know it's before, your libido starts wearing off? It's those teenage years. That's why the teenage years, have you ever noticed it? We were all in high school, all the sex that happens all throughout high school, all right? And bitches getting pregnant really early and shit. Why is that? Because that's when your libido's the highest. That's when you're the most fertile. That's when you're the most, men generally have their most big, highest pack of testosterone, right? And that's generally when that would happen. Now, are we saying to do that now? No. We never said to go and get yourself a 12 or 13. No, we never said that. We said historically, ancient, biblically, Israelite customs, that's when it would happen. Is it going to go like that back in the kingdom? Yes, more than likely, it probably will be like that. You got to realize that the age keeps on going up, all right? It went from that to 16, and then it went from 16 to 17, and then it went to 17 to 18. Now they consider you an edophile if you're 24 and you get with a woman who's 19. No shit. That's what they're actually saying. Oh, that's sick. That's sick. That's too much of an age gap. So you got to realize, in this whole thing, it wasn't uncommon for like a 19-year-old to be with like a 15-year-old or a 20-year-old to be with a 16-year-old. All throughout the 1910s, the 1920s, the 1930s, the 1940s, the 1950s, it started changing around the 1960s. All right, and if it was like that in the 1910s, it was like that in the 1800s, and 1700s, and 1600s, and 1500s, and 1400s, and 1300s, and 1200s, and 1100s, and the thousands, right? So you got to realize that's a Babylonianized concept. All right, again, all things edify not. All things are not expedient. All right, just like biblically, you can have multiple wives. Do we say to go and get multiple wives? No, a matter of fact, we actively say don't do it. Okay, don't get multiple wives. And in case it hasn't gone out, don't get with underage women, all right? And don't have multiple wives. There, as it was spoken, right? There it was. See, we're not telling you go and do those things. We're saying historically. I know you must not get into history, but we're saying historically, that was the times that it would happen. Are we saying to get with it now? No. You're pedophiles. First of all, that's referring to if you look at that term, that's pediatrics, all right? And that's dealing with under the age of 12. That's like 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, and if you're getting with those, you deserve to be put to death, okay? And that's generally what would happen to you biblically is you would be put to death, all right? But 13, 14, 12, 13, 14, 15, those are now women, all right? Hell, in Mexico, they have, for their birthday party, they have a quinceañera, all right? Which is the of coming to being a woman, right? So what is that then? What is that then? But you just don't understand it because you don't go into history, all right? We go into history. There's a difference. There's a difference, right? Notably, the elders, apostles, great millstone, okay? So you can't slander and say, oh, they're getting with kids. None of us have. I haven't heard anybody that you think if that was really happening, then someone would have got caught by now, right? It would have popped up in the news somehow. No, that never happened because it's not happening, okay? It's something that's being taught historically, but you don't do it now. Just like, guess what? Biblically, historically, homosexuals would be put to death. Are we doing that now? No. You're going to go to jail. Are you going to get with women that are 17 years old? No. You're going to go to jail. Are you going to get with multiple wives? No. You're going to get one of those wives and then decide to leave you, and then you're going to have, both of them are going to take half, and you're going to have nothing because half of two halves is a whole. So now you have nothing. Ooh. But we're just telling you how it was historically. So you're hating us because we told you history? You should hate ChatGPT then too, because it just said the same thing that Apostle Tahar said. It said the same thing. You're trying to demonize Apostle Tahar. ChatGPT said it. Cancel ChatGPT. Cancel it. Cancel history. Cancel it. Oh, that would be like the Edomites do, because they cancel history, right? So you dummies, man. You're just, all you are are scandal mongers and slander specialists. So we got what scandal means. Now we got let's go and get what slander is. Slander is what? State of impaired reputation, a false tale, all right, or report spread maliciously. It's something false that spread maliciously. Slander is something that was false, spread maliciously, all right? The fabrication, a dissemination of false tales to discredit someone. Saying, oh, they're over there sleeping with little girls. None of us do that. What the hell are you talking about, man? That's some wicked fucking shit. And the Most High is gonna kill you motherfuckers for that, okay? Because that's a false witness, all right? Oh, what do you mean the Most High's gonna kill us? Yeah, that's a punishment for a false witness. Bet you didn't know that, huh? Bet you didn't know that. But a slander is when you say something false and spread that maliciously. Oh yeah, he's beating his wife. Did you know he's beating his wife? Oh yeah, he's hurting her real bad and trying to get him locked up. Oh yeah, he's getting with little girls. Oh, did you know that? Try to start some issues, man. That's slander, all right? And that's what you are. You're a fucking slander specialist. What's a specialist? Fuck you. What's a specialist? Someone who concentrates primarily on a particular subject or activity, all right? You concentrate specifically on slander. Just slandering and slandering and slandering and slandering and slandering. All right? Let's go show you. Here it is.
Our young boys away from stuff like this. You got black
Here it is.
Hebrew Israelite bums. No good bums that speak about raping women and having sex with children, just watching everything we do trying to overturn it. You got it?
Let him continue. I'm going to take a minute. Got to find out his next slander. What else can I slander? I think I could slander with that. Yeah, let me slander with that real quick. Should I slander?
Now, I want to show you what we have to deal with, which is why I have to show you. You got nasty, evil black men in the Christian church doing this to our young black children. And we're trying to save them and try to give them hope and make it that mothers, if they do send their child to serve God, they don't have to send them to the Christian church where they promote this behavior. And at the same time, we're trying to create a safe haven for the children. This is why we stay away from them black Hebrew Israelite nasty Negroes.
So there you go. That was some slander right there. And he's also slandering Israel with that. He's saying black Hebrew Israelite. All right? And as Elder Manata Zakba said in his lesson that he did about Asaph was the slanderous guile of, what's it called? The slanderous guile of Deacon Asaph against GMS. Okay? And as he mentioned, why are you going to use the enemy's tactics? That's what Esau does. Esau calls us black Hebrew Israelites. So why are you going to call us black Hebrew Israelites? That's suspect as fuck, man. That's suspect as fuck. All right. And also, I wanted to rewind it back a little bit here, because you said, oh, you know, they talk about grape. So let me go back here just a minute.
If they males, and you can't trust them. You got it?
You see right here.
Our young boys away from stuff like this. You got black Hebrew Israelite.
That's not the one.
My mind was in a lot of places, because at the same time we're trying to do good for the community and trying to keep our young boys away from stuff like this. You got black Hebrew Israelite bums, no good bums that speak about raping women and having sex with children. Just
all right. So let's go and prove something that he doesn't know. Let's read from verse 25, right? It says, okay. Verse 25, but if a man, this is Deuteronomy chapter 22 and 25, says, but if a man find a betrothed, all right, married, damsel in the field, and the man force her and lie with her, grape, then the man only that lay with her shall die. But unto the damsel that do nothing, she lays there and she likes it, right? There is in the damsel no sin worthy of death. Wait, no. There's another part to talk. If she cries out, then it's fine. If she doesn't, if she lays there and takes it, then she was wicked. So verse 26, but unto the damsel that shall do nothing, there is in the damsel no sin worthy of death. For as when a man rises against his neighbor and slayeth him, even so is this manner. For if he found her in the field and here it is. For he found her in the field and the betrothed damsel cried and there was none to save her. So if she cries out, she'd be fine. But if she didn't, then that was considered adultery because she liked it. Verse 28, and this is the point for what we're talking about right here, because that was talking about grape, was it not? If a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed, and lay hold on her, did the same thing, jumped out in the field and took her, all right, graped her, then what? And lay with her, and they be found, then the man that lay with her shall give unto the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver, and she shall be his wife, because he hath humbled her, he may not put her away all his days. There you go. So what are you talking about? Oh, they're teaching, it's biblical. Oh, the Bible's teaching it then. Oh, go ahead and demonize the Bible then, right? Right? Is that what you're going to do? Of course not. You're going to say it talks about something else, because all you are is a bunch of slander specialists and fucking controversy and what is it? Scandal mongers and slander specialists. Now, we forgot to get one more word. What's a monger? What is a monger? A merchant, trader, or broker. All right? A dealer, or trader. All right, one who deals in it. All right, one who sells what? Scandals. All right, that's where you make your money from. Is scandals. All right, scandals. So let's hear what else he has to say.
They're despicable. They don't have no videos, nothing to show any work that they're doing for the people. So all they do is sit down and watch our videos and complain about what we doing.
What do you mean? What do you mean doing for the people? What do you mean? What fucking community service? Well, you want us to go out there and what? Run a fucking soup kitchen? The fuck? What do you want, Asaf? All right, Asaph or
Show
however, you know.
Press play.
I'm not. We can just be done with that. All right. We're not gonna sit and listen to this guy fucking speak a whole bunch of nothing. All right. So, anyway, let's go on. And continue on. We already got that. So let's just quick fire some scriptures, because we got some other ones, but we didn't get a lot of the ones that I actually had out. So this is Proverbs 10 and 18. It says, and he that hideth hatred with lying lips, and he that uttereth a slander is a fool. All right, you're a fool. All right, Deacon Asaph, you're a fool. You're a fool. Okay? And Nate is too. Most of you over there are a bunch of fools, because you're just a slanderer. If you're a slanderer, you're a fool. All right? We didn't say it. The Bible said it right here. And he that uttereth a slander is a fool. All right? There you go. Go ahead and find another way to slander us. I know you will. You'll try to slander, GMS and the people like me that follow GMS. All right? You'll just call all those followers of those adults. Fucking find something new, man. It's old and it's played out. You ain't got nothing else. And that's why they cling on to that edophile shit so much, is because they ain't got nothing else. Time and time again, edophile. That's all they have. They can't bring anything else up. They don't have anything else. They don't. Romans 16 and 18. For they that are such serve not our Lord. This is a false prophet. And we actually need to read up. It says, Romans 16 and 17, now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them. There you go. There's another one. That's another commandment by the Lord. Because it's also taught, when you teach something wrong, what do? We mark you because you're causing divisions and offenses contrary to the doctrine that we have learned. Okay? And then what? It says, for they that are such serve not our Lord Yahushua Mashiach, but their own belly. You're serving, it's all about money with these guys. And by good words and fair speeches deceive the hearts of the simple. And again, those people that are over there watching these guys are a bunch of simpletons. That's all they are. They're a bunch of fucking simpletons. They're simple-minded, right? They're over there. They see the flashy light. flashing light, right? That's what they're all over there, and they see the fucking pauldrons and all the theatrics, man. The theatrics. They came for a show, not to learn. They came for a show. Titus 1:10 through 11. For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision. That's speaking of Israelites, okay? Verse 11, whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not. Why? For filthy lucre's sake. What is lucre? Go and look that word up. Look it up. Don't be like IUIC. Look something up. Lucre means what? Money, especially when regarded as sordid or distasteful or gained in a dishonorable way. And the way the IUIC is gaining their money is fucking distasteful as fuck. It leaves a sour ass taste in your mouth. It's nasty. They're not teaching the name of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai for money. They're not teaching that you can't have sex on Sabbath because why? Money. Because they know their congregation over there probably wants to have sex on Sabbath. They don't want to, teach anything that could offend in some type of way, right? And because the white man's in their fucking pocket. All right, they teach the wrong thing, the bag gets took, right? That's how it is. And you can't say, well, that's slander, because they have the 501c3. Look it up. Look up 501c3 lookup. Here, I'm not going to do it, but 501c3 lookup right there. 501c3lookup.org. Go in there and type in IUIC. Go in there and type up IUIC, okay? You'll find it. I'm not going to point it out, but it's actually on my screen right now, okay? But because I looked it up previously. So go and do it. All right? You're not going to say, oh, see, you just put that on the video to be. No, I'm not. I didn't even put it in the video. I told people how they can go and do it. Look it up and type in IUIC or Israelite or Israel United in Christ. Look it up, type it in, and I guarantee you, sure as shit, IUIC is going to pop up on that list of 501c3 organizations. And then go and look up 501c3 and see what it means. All right? They are compromised. They're a compromised group. They are a compromised group. All right, and all they are is scandal mongers and slander specialists, and the Lord's going to repay them for that, man. This is Proverbs 19:9, and it reads, a false witness shall not be unpunished, and he that speaketh lies shall perish. And you're speaking lies, man, and you're bearing false witness saying that we're getting with children. Not one of us have done that, all right? Not one of us has done that, okay? That's fucking disgusting, all right, that you would put that on us, okay? It's disgusting that you would put it on us. And you don't know those things. Again, GMS teaches history, all right? And you just don't like history, all right? You just don't like it. You don't like when you go back in and find out certain things, all right? We never said to go and get with a girl who's 14 or 15. We never said that, all right? Biblically, did it happen? Yes. All right, was it something that was allowed biblically? Yes. Were you wicked if you did it back then? No. Should you do it now? No. Biblically, Moses were being put to death. Should you do it now? No. Adulteresses were being put to death. Should you do it now? No. Look what happens when a man comes home and ends up, catching a woman, doing something to another man, all right, and his wife that he's been with for 10 years. What happens sometimes? From time to time, he'll pull out his gun and shoot them both dead. What happens then? What happens then? Then he goes to prison for the rest of his life. That's not how it happened biblically. Biblically, that man had no offense. He didn't do anything wrong. But you'll go to prison now. Just like you'll go to prison now for that. We're not saying to go and do those things. We're not saying to go and get a wife, an extra wife now. We're saying biblically, we know if you're teaching the whole thing, if you're teaching the truth, you have to teach the whole thing. How things were biblically, how things were historically, who the people are now, what the Lord looked like, the true language, all right? And biblically, back then, those are the things that happened. We're not saying to do it now. We're an Esau society. Things run differently. Okay, but you can't say we're wicked for that, because if you're saying we're wicked for that, then you're saying all the apostles and prophets biblically that ever did that were wicked, and you're putting that's a serious offense to say that. So what's it going to be? What's it going to be? Again, let it be known, coming from my lips, we're not saying to go and do those things. Do not do those things. Do not do those things. If you do those things now, you're an idiot. Okay? We're just saying biblically, that's the way it was. But we know you'll try to find a way to slander and create a scandal again and whatever. We get it. It's the only thing you have. So Proverbs 6:12 through 15, we're going to close out. It says, a naughty person, a wicked man, walketh with a forward mouth. He winketh with his eyes. He speaketh with his feet. He teacheth with his fingers. And, they have that thing now with Bishop Nate doing that illuministic ass symbol. All right, and you guys are acting like the Edomites are, man, calling us black Hebrew Israelites and doing a handshake. You're trying to be like the Edomites or something, all right? Forwardness is in his heart. He deviseth mischief continually. He soweth discord. Therefore shall his calamity come suddenly, suddenly shall he be broken without remedy. And regardless, that's what the Edomites do. That's exactly what Jake's doing too. And Jake's going to get punished just the same. Just the same. And that's Edomite-like behavior, and they're doing it. What type of somebody that's calling themselves in the truth is going to do some Edomite-like behavior? Edomites are the ones who do all that slander shit. They try to slander the Hebrew Israelites. And here you are trying to slander us by calling us black Hebrew Israelites. Lo and behold, just like the so-called white man, the Edomite devil, serpent cracker ass bitch himself does. Why are you going to stoop to his low? Why? Because you're a bunch of fucking scandal mongers and slander specialists. And that's it, man. That's it. So with that, we're going to go ahead and close out. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth to rule well. Shalom to you brothers and sisters out there. Keep enduring, keep the faith. We're almost out of here. Till next one, Lord willing. Shalom.